Rise and shine, McAlester. Welcome to Harbor Mountain Coffee House at 224 South 3rd Street in McAlester. Come have a cup of joe with us and enjoy the show. You're tuned in to Coffee with the Coach, brought to you by Tandy Hill Furniture, Dowdery Pharmacy, Reagan Auto, and Dobson Fiber, live on KNED 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, as well as video streaming on YouTube. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, and it has been 264 days since the Boys of Fall have hit the gridiron, but we're one day away from the return of football. Your Buffaloes welcome the 4A Broken Bow Savages to Hook Gill Stadium, First National Field, to begin the road to Richardson. Be sure to come support the Buffaloes and make it a hostile environment. If you are absolutely unable to make it, you can listen on KNED or video streaming on the YouTube channel that you might be watching right now. With all that said, let's welcome the head coach of the McAlester Buffaloes, Forrest Mazey.
Glad to be back. Football is back. It's an exciting time.
That's right. So let's go ahead and get started off with this one. I know you've been asked this probably plenty of times for the offseason by multiple different people, but what's the process been like getting your team ready for the new season?
It's almost like college football now with high school. I hate that for the kids, but it is what it's become. The grind never stops. You try to get the kids in other sports, in the weight room. You get our off-season kids in the weight room. You have, powerlifting for the football-only kids, and you have the track kids running the football workout, and they go run the track, and then it just never stops. And then you roll. We try to give them some time off in the summer here and there with the dead weeks and team camp week. We don't lift them, things like that. But it's just, like I said, it never stops. I mean, it's a 365 days a year that we try to keep these kids in some kind of football shape and football mode. It's just with some reasonable time off mixed in. So it never stops. It's just a never-ending grind.
So a new season comes with new cleats that need to be filled. You had a stellar 2022 class that ended up graduating. What do you feel about the new players that are stepping into those roles and how they're responding to being the guys?
They're doing a good job. They know the expectation for us, for the Buffaloes. I said that 4 years ago when I got the job. We want to be back on top. We want to be back in the title hunt. We want that to be a consistent thing, and the thing that won't change is our style of offense and defense, how we call and game plan. The only thing that changes are the players that fill those spots. So you have to do your part to keep this tradition going. It doesn't just happen because you have to put in the work and the time, and you have to be honed in whatever craft that you may have in that certain position, and you have to be good at what you do. And the kids have done a good job. Obviously we still have a lot of proving to do, and because we haven't had a game yet. And so like I said, I'm very pleased with the scrimmage, and the kids have stepped up well. We just want to see them do it, in a real game now.
So one of the biggest roles that you can replace is the one at the quarterback position, especially after you had an athlete in Trent Boatwright, 35 touchdowns and 8 picks for his entire career. Tell me about the options that you've had in filling that role.
Right, you got Caden Lesnow obviously played receiver for us last year, so he had 14 games of starting experience, and he started multiple other sports. Then you have Lance Stone, who moved up with his dad. I hired his dad from Texas, and they moved up. Oklahoma native Oklahomans. And they just give you something totally different in the packages they bring. One's a sleek athlete, runs around well. One of them's a bigger bruiser type athlete that still runs well, just in a different manner. More between the tackles type guy, and they both throw the ball really well, make good decisions. So, right now I think it's probably a 2-quarterback system. I think Caden will still get the start, and then. But like I said, they bring something dynamic. Both of them bring something, dynamic in the packages. And the good thing is, the kids believe in both of them. I think that's the biggest part. You don't have a battle where kids don't believe in one or the other. They believe in both of them because both of them are great teammates. And I think with that, anytime you have that and it's a good dynamic, maybe you roll with it until one of them gets a hot hand, and then you go from there. Because they both also have to play defense for us. One's a linebacker and one's a corner. And they provide great depth. Or, like I said, Lance will be the starting linebacker, I think, in some capacity.
Well, you're mentioning some of the transfers, and you guys have some really solid transfers that came in this year. With new faces comes a new team chemistry. How's the chemistry kind of been in the offseason getting ready for the new season?
Really good. As long as you buy into what our kids are doing and you don't come in and try to buck that, I think you fit in well. And those kids that have all transferred in, and one of them's a McAlester kid. He just moved away for a little bit, and then Blaze, obviously from Tallahassee, they dropped their high school football program for the season, he moves over. He's a good addition. Real quiet kid, works hard, keeps his head down and knows work. And like I said, as long as you don't come in and try to change the kids' thought processes, I think that's why it's just a seamless transition for the young men that do come into our program. We welcome them with open arms, and if they're willing to move into what we expect them to be and go with the flow, as you say, and then they have no issues.
Going back to the quarterbacks, they always need someone to throw to, and you're replacing a lot of key wide receiver positions. Yeah. How's the receiver room look this year?
Really good. We moved. Obviously, you have some guys that have reps. So obviously, Jackson would have been a good rotator last year. Broke his finger in practice. Have a spiral fracture. Had to have a pin put in, I believe. You got Jackson Lowerman out there. You got Chaz. You have Ethan Watkins. We moved out to a slot receiver. He does some really good things. Catches the ball really well. So, like him and Chaz are my wild card guys. Like if they need to, they both play that slot, but they can also play a little bit of running back if I need them. We're so deep at running back too. And then you got Carter Lance, Eli Chapman, Owen Russell, and Malachi can be thrown in there a little bit too, and then Jaden Chaney as another rotator guy. So we're pretty deep. We feel like we still got to we got to prove ourselves in a game. I think we'll have a good preseason opportunity to have all those guys prove themselves in game situations. Then like I said, I think we're so deep at running back. You got Eric, Dakota, Blaze. You have Bumpus, Pouncil, and then you have Watkins, who's definitely proven with 500-600 yards last year, and then Chaz, they can do it as well as a wild card guy.
So you already mentioned in the running game, but how about the guys up front to block for?
Yeah, that's going to be. To me, that's where I think we looked more seasoned in the scrimmage than anything was up front. Last year was a debacle. You watched the film from last year against Wagner, and you're just like, oh my God, we can't block anybody. But a lot of those guys were first-time starters, and against a team that likes to really bring some heat. And this year they looked totally different, totally seasoned and more comfortable. And those guys, we returned basically 3.5 starters. You have Whitley, Woods, you have Fields, who was that part-time guy last year. Then you have Rogers. And then you have Harold Markham right now that stepped up and done a really good job as a senior, and that's what it takes sometimes. But I feel like we got a good seasoned offensive line. And you have both Shumways that are rotators and backups right now, and Sean Woods and people like that. So, like I said, I feel like we have a good nucleus and kids that really work hard and understand how to be tough.
You had a solid Black Death defense last year, 14 points a game you gave up. How do you feel about them the day before the first game?
Not bad. I mean, they're coming along. The biggest thing for us will be fly to the football when we make tackles. I think the only thing we need to fix from the scrimmage was getting off the field in 3rd and short. I don't think they ever really big played us. They had that one screen that we tackled for about a 20-yard gain. We'd get them down to 3rd and about 2, and obviously we'd probably have a different package game planned to get some, get it stacked in there. But obviously they got us on some 3rd and shorts that I think we got to be able to get off the field on defense on 3rd down, and we got to keep the drive alive on 3rd down on offense. Like I said, it's one of the analytical things where you got to be good on 3rd down across the board.
All right, with that, we'll take our first time out. This is Coffee with the Coach inside of Harbor Mountain Coffee House. We'll be back with some player interviews after a quick word from our sponsor.
Since 1936, Dobson Fiber believes in delivering the latest technology to the communities it serves. That's why we continue to invest in our own all-fiber network to bring your business the fastest internet speeds available. You won't believe the speed and reliability that only fiber can provide. Plus, you work with local people who know your business with 24/7 technical support. Think Dobson Fiber for all your business internet and phone needs. Dobson Fiber, fast, reliable, local.
Reagan Auto in McAlester is now offering a winterized special, which consists of a coolant flush starting at $129.99 with a free battery check. Purchase a set of tires and ask about their complimentary alignment check and road hazard options. Stop by Reagan Auto at 306 East Wyandotte Avenue in McAlester or call 918-715-3236. That's 918-715-3236.
Dougherty Pharmacy at 622 East Wyandotte, formerly known as the Medicine Shop, offers free delivery in the McAlester area. We are a 340B pharmacy, and we are a compounding pharmacy as well. With all that, Dougherty Pharmacy also has fast, friendly service. We make it easy to fill your prescriptions. Drive up, come in, or let us deliver to you in the McAlester area. That's Dougherty Pharmacy, 622 East Wyandotte, McAlester. Dougherty Pharmacy is a proud sponsor of Buffalo football.
Tannehill Furniture and Mattress is proud to support our McAlester Buffaloes. For over 30 years, Tannehill Furniture and Mattress has been your one-stop shop for all of your furniture and mattress needs. Offering quality recliners, living room sets, bedroom sets, dining room sets, and mattresses, stop by Tannehill Furniture and Mattress today and make yourself at home. Tannehill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in McAlester. Go Buffs! Have a great season.
Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach from Harbor Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street in McAlester. This year's show brought to you by Reagan Auto, Dobson Fiber, Dougherty Pharmacy, and Tannehill Furniture. We now welcome to the show a couple of Buffalo's senior linemen, Kason Whitley and Garrett Shumway. Welcome to the show, guys.
Well, thank you for having us, man.
Hey, I was told to be hard on you guys, so I'm going to be asking some unorthodox questions to start off here, okay? I got some of these questions from a friend down in Dallas, so I'm going to start off with this one. How much soup did you have to eat to get so big and strong for the season?
You know,
I got this one. I'm be honest. All I eat is Brahms, so that's
Brahms?
pretty much it.
What kind of Brahms soup do you like?
I don't think they got soup.
I don't think I have had soup in years, honestly.
Have you not seen the NFL commercials, the chunky soup that you guys have to eat?
Nah.
Do you know what chunky soup is?
No.
No, I don't think.
Campbell's chunky
Oh,
soup.
yeah. Well, I mean.
Not like physically chunky soup.
Well, yeah. No, I don't really eat soup, really.
Yeah, okay. Well, what's a film that you guys have been watching recently that's not game film or practice film?
Like a movie?
Yeah, like a movie. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Or TV show.
I just rewatched the Rocky Balboa movies.
Those are good.
Yeah.
I kind of skipped 5, but that's okay.
I've been watching The Sandman on Netflix.
Sandman? I've heard that's pretty good. All right, so what's your favorite animal to imagine playing football? What makes me think of this is have you seen the documentary Gus?
No.
It's about a mule who kicks field goals.
I'd probably say a roided out gorilla. I'd like to see that on the football field.
I watch semi-pro, and I like to see a bear maybe.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Like a black bear. You know, I think everyone in Hook Gill Stadium would probably have to disperse, but that'd be kind of bad. Yeah, I'm still waiting for an animal, Kason. I'm not going to let you off the hook on any of these.
Yeah. Honestly, just because it would be funny, probably just like fish, honestly.
Fish playing football.
Just because it'd be something interesting to watch.
I guess it would be. Do you guys have any pets?
I have 2 dogs, yeah.
2 dogs?
Yeah, I got 2 dogs and a pig.
Well, if you guys are looking to adopt, my buddy down in Dallas I talked about, he's got a pet tick named Bruce that lives in his armpit. So if you guys want to take one of those, you're good to go. All right, let's go ahead and skip all those now. Let's get to some football questions. Hey, it's football time, McAlester. How excited are y'all to put the pads back on and compete this Friday?
Oh, dude, I've been waiting for this since last year in December. Like, this is what I live for, is football.
Garrett?
I'm pretty pumped. I mean, the last time we were on the football field, we got beat, but I'm ready to come back for it and win.
Yep, so that's kind of one of my questions also. How much motivation has that final game carried when it's the last game of the year and you have to wait so long to get ready to go back into it, what kind of extra motivation has that given you for the first game tomorrow?
A lot. Watching them hold up the gold ball, we wanted that so badly last year, and we didn't get it, and we want to win it this year so badly.
Kason?
Yeah, I mean, getting handed that silver ball is not fun. I mean, I've seen so many people work their butt off this year just so we can hold up that gold ball instead, because it's definitely pushed us to go harder because it hurt. Definitely hurt to lose.
What do you all love most about high school football? We'll start off with Garrett.
Probably, honestly, the teammates. I feel like no other sport in the world you're as close as with each other as football.
Yeah.
Same thing here. I mean, the chemistry for our team right now is just through the roof. Like, everyone's cool with everyone. We all hang out every day for practice. We go eat together. It's pretty fun.
Talk about competing for a gold ball. Again, last year you guys had the chance to do that, and very few people get to do that in their lives. What was it kind of like in the moment with the whole team behind you going through that run last year? Start with Garrett again.
Yeah, it was unreal. I mean, it didn't feel real at all. Like, it felt like you were watching a movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy walking in the stadium we played at. It was crazy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely crazy. And it's electrifying. I mean, all the crowd, and you're just pumped up, ready to go, and you just feel like this isn't real.
Yeah. All right, we'll do one final question. It's always a fun one. Which one of y'all has the better hair?
Oh, me, easily.
I got curly hair. That means
No,
it's
dude,
better.
my
It ain't
hair
even
is so
close.
much better. It's silky smooth. Like,
It's
it
red,
doesn't
though. Ain't nobody wake up in the morning wanting red hair.
I still say it's me.
Do y'all think that y'all have the best hair on the team?
100%.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I mean, the third best is probably McCarty.
Yeah.
But it ain't. No.
That's way behind us, though.
Well, thank you guys for coming on the show, and good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having us.
All right, again, those were Buffalo senior linemen Kason Whitley and Garrett Shumway. You're tuned in to Coffee with the Coach. Don't go anywhere. We'll speak on Broken Bow next. You're on 1150 AM and 98.3 FM
Since
KNED.
1936, Dobson Fiber believes in delivering the latest technology to the communities it serves. That's why we continue to invest in our own all-fiber network to bring your business the fastest internet speeds available. You won't believe the speed and reliability that only fiber can provide. Plus, you work with local people who know your business with 24/7 technical support. Think Dobson Fiber for all your business internet and phone needs. Dobson Fiber, fast, reliable, local.
Reagan Auto in McAlester is now offering a winterized special, which consists of a coolant flush starting at $129.99 with a free battery check. Purchase a set of tires and ask about their complimentary alignment check and road hazard options. Stop by Reagan Auto at 306 East Wyandotte Avenue in McAlester or call 918-715-3.
Dougherty Pharmacy at 622 East Wyandotte.
High school football season. Again, that's going to be at the Hook. Broken Bow leads the all-time series 16-13, but McAlester has won the last 2 and 4 of the last 5. Last year, the Buffaloes won 39-7 in McCurtain County. Again, first week of the season, I'm trying to get all the kinks out. I can get back into the groove of things. Again, I think I had myself muted on YouTube for a little while there. Coach Mazey, it's time for Guess That Play.
Oh,
Remember that?
Let's get it
Remember
on.
that? All right, we go back to 2 years ago. First game of the season in 2020. Like this season, it was at home against Broken Bow.
Mm-hmm.
Buffaloes lead 7-0 with 21 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Interception, Greg Patillo.
Oh, no, they're off. No.
Oh, we're on offense?
Yeah, you're on offense. But all these will be offensive plays. Plays that you called.
21 seconds.
Buffs have the ball on the Broken Bow 17-yard line. Right hash driving toward the north end zone, so going towards the locker room.
I actually think
First down and
it's
10.
2 years ago, Caleb Squires, we run Patriot to the left side. Caleb Squires goes left and scores outside on the pylon.
Is that your final answer?
answer.
All right, let's go ahead and let's look for all those on YouTube. We have
Yep.
on the right hash,
100%.
handoff right off the left side, Caleb Squires
Yep, there you go.
towards the pylon. See, as soon as I told you that it was offense,
Well, yeah, I can remember all that most of the time. Most of the time, I remember all that. Left side, yeah, right hash all the way to the pylon. Because I said, no, we were supposed to throw it on the RPO, but we ended up running it. It was good. Worked out.
Not bad. Right away. 1 for 1 so far this year.
Yep. Hey, we're going to keep that streak alive until you get real hard on me. And it'll be like, all right, there'll be fourth quarter, 17 seconds left.
See, I thought that one was kind of tough because what I thought when I was going back and thinking of that game, I thought Caleb Squire scored the first touchdown, but that was Eric
on the right side.
That was Eric.
Yeah, because Quentin had that good block.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I re-watched it, and, yep, it was Caleb for the second touchdown.
Good stuff.
All right. So, Coach, it's opening week. How's practice been this week? Weather a lot better than it was in July.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get back in the school routine. I mean, kids are kids. I guess what we expect in practice is perfection, and we're never going to be perfect. But if you can try to chase that in some form, you'll be really good. So it's been up and down, I will say, in my eyes. But overall, probably pretty good for high school kids.
Now, you touched on it a little bit in the segment before last, but how did you feel like your team scrimmaged against Wagner?
Very physical. Very physical. I was very happy. Had a couple turnovers. If we don't turn the ball over once, we, score that fifth time instead of 4. So, we said, got to get off the field and third down on defense. But I thought we were very physical up front on both sides. I thought we played very physical. Got to train our eyes, make sure they don't wander. That last touchdown they had on the boot pass, that was we let our eyes wander in the defensive backfield a little bit, trying to really come, a little too aggressive. But it's hard. I would rather them be like that in a scrimmage rather than have to kick them in the butt to go forward. You can always pull the reins on them to stay back a little bit and take a little half second longer to read rather than, make them go and make them bite. But our kids were biting. They were physical. They gave good effort. I didn't think, other than a couple kids, I didn't think we were out of shape as bad as we could have been. Very pleased. Even, me and Dale talked to me, and Coach Condit talked after the game, after the scrimmage a little bit. They're supposed to be in the 4A hunt as well. I thought we were so much better up front, offensively and defensively, that was the big difference for us.
So, looking now at Broken Bow, again, last year after their loss to you on week 0, they won 7 in a row, went 8-3, lost their last couple of games to really good 4A teams. What do you think about them heading into 2022?
They'll have some good key cogs. Quarterback's back, and I think he's a really good player for them. Got a couple good receivers, one big D lineman, H-back, tight end, had a kid, D-end. Went and watched them scrimmage Hugo. They're breaking in a new football coach. Coach Ring's gone, retired. So, very similar in all the stuff they do because he was an assistant last year. Older coach, coached at Valiant way back when they had Greg Riley and those type of cats. So, knows football. There may be some growing pains a little bit there with him, different expectations maybe. So we're just trying to take advantage of any miscues they may or may not have and get better in our end of it. That's going to be the biggest thing. Like I said, I don't see a lot of differences schematically that they have. It's just how do they mesh with the new the new coaches? How do they mesh with the new head coach? The expectations different, and they got to come to the hook.
Now, does new coach mean anything different offensively and defensively than last year?
No, not schematically. Like I said, I don't think you see anything really blaringly different schematically that would say. I mean, I still think since he was an assistant, they're going to do a lot of the same stuff. Like I said, I just think the expectations or how they practice and all that stuff may be a little bit different than what, Coach Ring did. So, whether that be good or better or worse or whatever it may be, then we'll see on Friday night.
And for a week 0 game, whether it be against Broken Bow or any other team, what are your keys to the game?
Early, it's going to be turnovers. I think that's going to be turnovers and third downs. I think big plays will be what they are. Obviously, I want to be positive in the big play, margins, but third downs and turnovers. I think early in the year, that's going to be the biggest thing. If you look at your early games and when they go bad for somebody, it's because of turnovers, because of mistakes and miscues, and we got to be able to make sure that we don't have the mistakes and miscues and turnovers, and we got to convert on third down and get off the field on third down. Those will be the keys.
Yes, sir. All right, kickoff at 7:30 Friday night on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, the KNED app, and also video streaming on the McAlester YouTube channel. Pre-game show will begin on the radio, this radio station, at 7 p.m. We're going to take a break. Coming up next from Harbor Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street at McAlester, one final break with head coach Forrest Mazey reading some of your questions. Don't go anywhere. You're on 1150 AM and 98.3 FM KNED.
Dougherty Pharmacy at 622 East Wyandotte, formerly known as the Medicine Shop, offers free delivery in the McAlester area. We are a 340B pharmacy, and we are a compounding pharmacy as well. With all that, Dougherty Pharmacy also has fast, friendly service. We make it easy to fill your prescriptions. Drive up, come in, or let us deliver to you in the McAlester area. That's Dougherty Pharmacy, 622 East Wyandotte, McAlester. Dougherty Pharmacy is a proud sponsor of Buffalo football.
Tannehill Furniture and Mattress is proud to support our McAlester Buffaloes. For over 30 years, Tannehill Furniture and Mattress has been your one-stop shop for all of your furniture and mattress needs. Offering quality recliners, living room sets, bedroom sets, dining room sets, and mattresses, stop by Tannehill Furniture and Mattress today and make yourself at home. Tannehill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in McAlester. Go Buffs! Have a great season.
Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach, brought to you by Tannehill Furniture, Dougherty Pharmacy, Dobson Fiber, and Reagan Auto. Before we dive into some fan questions, again, our broadcast schedule with no college football this weekend is just McAlester. Again, that's tomorrow, 7:30 on KNED, with the pregame show beginning at 7. With all that said, we have head coach Forrest Mazey with our final segment this morning, where we read off some of your fan questions. If you ever have one, DM us on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio and message us on Facebook.com/McAlester Radio.
Let's do it.
Let's get started with this one. Justin asks, what is the most difficult class you took in high school or college?
It's going to have to be algebra. All day, every day. You give me numbers, I can crunch them, but algebra, and probably it didn't interest me. I didn't try very hard. That's probably 100% of it. I always tell somebody, and I try to be an example for the kids. Look, I never tried, so that's probably why it was hard as it was. So go out and try and see if you fail, and instead of me, just fail to fail. That's just the reality. I was just not good.
I didn't like math, but I was all right at it.
I was horrendous. Horrendous.
I did not like, and I wasn't that good at chemistry. Chemistry was tough on me because not only did you have science, but then you had math with it too.
With it, yeah. It's algebra just didn't. My middle son, phenomenal at math. Loves it. Loves numbers. Not me? No, absolutely. I think you have to be a psychopath to love math.
Just X's and O's.
X's and O's. I love hands-on. I love history. I'm a history nut.
Me
watch
too.
the History Channel all the time. My wife thinks I'm crazy. What are you watching? I said, this is good stuff. I love Wild West Tech, all that. I mean, all that stuff on the History Channel, just love.
Gotcha. Douglas says, there were many times last year when you had a huge halftime lead. How does that affect second-half play calling?
It doesn't. I mean, I think, you want to leave your starters in for at least another drive or two, depending on if it's a running clock. And you want to get your guys that have prepared those guys. You want to get them some varsity reps. You want to get as many people as possible. Believe it or not, you'll have some kids that say, "Hey, you going in? Coach, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready." And I understand that. I mean, it's the moment may be a little big for some, but they're happy to be out there. They're happy to be practicing, and their time will come. If they tell me that, I respect that a little bit. I'm like, hey, you need to cut your teeth a little bit at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing good you can do to get better is get out there and fail a little bit. Don't be scared to fail.
Terry asks, what has been the best post-game meal at an away game you've ever had?
Ooh.
Could be playing days or coaching days.
Well, obviously Hooters Wings when I played arena ball was obviously phenomenal because they were free.
Free is the best kind of food.
But the best post-game meal, you pre-game or post-game?
Post-game.
Post-game meal honestly was just the press box food in Marlin, Texas, if you know where that's at. They had some of the best barbecue I've ever had, just in a rickety old press box and old the tinfoil pans, the foil pans, man. It's phenomenal.
I went to Quinton one time before I was calling games for McAlester, and the PA guy over there says, one day he came in with armadillo eggs, and he was feeding them to me while I'm on the air, while I'm calling a game. And then the next time I came, there was Texas toothpicks. Have you ever had Texas toothpick?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those are good.
I love them. But, yeah, that barbecue in Marlin at the press box was, wow. Yeah, I'd heard about it before. But you also had a couple guys drinking 40s on the field before the game and pregame, just random spectators. They actually either played for it or won it all this year. I think they were state runner-up in Texas.
Gotcha.
Really rich football tradition in that Waco small school area.
Matt asks, what is the most difficult thing about preparing for the first game of the season?
Man, just all your personnel groupings, all the different moving parts. It's not the preparing the X's and O's. It's not even preparing the kids. It's preparing the sidelines and preparing the chaos within. Making sure kids are in tune to the game. If they're in on, if they're back up on special teams, making sure you're paying attention. What if so-and-so goes down? Who's in? Like I said, it's all the moving parts. Usually you see a procedure penalty or a not enough men on the field penalty or substitution infraction because of that situation. It's the chaos within that you have to prepare for that kids aren't quite ready for yet because you haven't been in a game.
So last fan question. Jeff asks, smoked turkey or brisket?
Ooh. Man, just depends on where. If the turkey is moist and it's good and smoked, I like turkey. Just because it's different. You have a lot of brisket all the time everywhere you go. You don't necessarily get smoked turkey all the time. So if it's really good and moist smoked turkey, that's what I'm going to go with.
Smoked turkey. All right, and this is actually a question I wanted to ask before the end of our show today. The original end date was supposed to be today, got extended a week. We're getting ready for the first game of the season, but looking ahead to Shreveport. The deadline for the tickets is now September 1st, a week from today. If someone hasn't gotten their tickets, how can they go about purchasing them?
You got Band, Palm, and Cheer out there selling those tickets. And what this does, this allows them to fund their trip down while getting you into the game. And it will get you into all three games. If you want to go the night before like we are, we're going to go watch Bryant, Arkansas, and Denton Ryan, Texas. That gives us something to do that evening. That'll get you in all three games if you want to stay for the game after ours. But I encourage you to buy that way if you can, like I said, because it funds their trip. If you are in a hurry or you're already down south, you can buy either – I don't know if there's an online option, but I know you can buy at the ticket, at the booth too. I believe in the contract it says if you buy whatever's sold down there, I think that they give a portion to both schools or something of that nature. But the tickets sold in town by our kids are going to go fund their hotels, fund their bus trip. That we need obviously for those kids to be able to go and make it a great experience for them along with the football team. And I'm going to tell you that team we're playing is pretty dang good.
Well, that's going to be next week, guys. That's going to be a Saturday 11 a.m. kickoff. But for this week, is there anything else you'd like to add before we wrap it up?
Nope, just Hayes in the barn. We've got to go play ball and play buff football and have the stands, have the hook packed. We're going to have pretty decent weather. I think it should be low 90s, upper 80s when kickoff happens. If you're not in the stands, I don't know why, because there's not going to be any rain.
Mm-hmm.
If you like listening to the radio, put your earbuds in
while
you watch the game. If you like the play-by-play, put your earbuds in. Watch the game live. I think we have such a phenomenal group of young men, a group of coaches that you definitely want to lay eyes on these kids while you can before it's over.
Absolutely, yep. Make sure that you come on out, support these guys, and make sure that you go ahead and make it a hostile environment as well. Thank you, Coach, for your time, and good luck Friday night against Broken Bow.
Thank you.
All right, this has been Brandon Green with head coach Forrest Mazey. Until next week, same time, same place from Harbor Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street, McAlester. Don't just have a great day. Have a Buffalo day, everybody.